Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Mckirdy. I'm in Rio de Janeiro to cover the Rio Olympics for the Japan Times, and this morning I'm going to take you on a small tour of the Olympic Park. Now this is the entrance to the Olympic Park, which is the main venue for the Rio Olympics. There are various clusters of venues throughout the city, but this is the main one where most of the events are being held. Now this stadium in front of us is the centre court of the tennis competition, where Kei Nishikori won the bronze medal earlier this week by beating Rafael Nadal. And if we walk through here, you can see lots and lots of Brazilian fans who have come to watch the day's events. Now, one thing that you will notice for sure is the amount of yellow Brazil national soccer team shirts that everyone is wearing. If we walk along here, you can see to the left is the velodrome where the cycling events have been held. And then over to the left there, you can see three identical structures. They are the arenas where the judo, the wrestling, the basketball, fencing, various events have been held, and after the Olympics are finished, these three venues are apparently going to be dismantled, and the parts from the stadiums are going to be used to build schools. One accusation often levelled at the Olympics is the fact that the venues often go to waste once the games are finished. If you look, for example, at the venues that were built for the Athens Olympics in 2004 and then the Beijing Olympics in 2008, some of them just don't get used at all. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen to all the venues in here, because this is a massive area in Rio de Janeiro, and quite clearly it's not going to be used as often as you'd expect it to be, given the money that it costs to build. Apparently the total cost for the Rio Olympics was something like $12 billion. And for a country like Brazil, which has many economic problems at the moment, that has caused a lot of debate over whether the Olympics are worth it. But there seem to be plenty of visitors to the Olympic Park. This is day 11, I think it is, of the Olympics. Over in the background there, with the triangular struts coming off the roof, is a swimming venue. The swimming events have all finished now. Japan won 2 gold medals in the swimming, and 2 silver and 3 bronze, I think I'm right in saying. Again, I think that may be something of a temporary structure. The outside it looks solid, but the outside is actually just like netting. So the organisers of the Rio Olympics have tried to not spend too much money on the construction of the venues where possible, to make them functional rather than some of the architectural marvels of previous Olympics. You can see on the right here more tennis courts. The tennis competition as well is finished. It's a big wide open space, the Olympic Park. Lots of places to sit and relax and enjoy the day out. From the Brazilian people that I've spoken to, a lot of them have come from lots of different parts of Brazil. It's not just Rio, but people from São Paulo and Curitiba and Salvador have all come to enjoy it. It does also seem that most of the visitors to this park are middle class, educated Brazilians, and that is another accusation that's been levelled at the Olympics, is that it is not going to benefit the poor, of which there are many in this city. Also lots of it's difficult to say how many visitors there are from overseas, because a lot of them are affiliated with the various Olympic teams, but there have been visitors who have come to Rio just for the Olympics, and Japanese fans as well. Lots of Argentinian fans and fans from different parts of South America. This is the first Olympics ever to be held in South America. Now there are events being held in other parts of the city. As I say, this is the main cluster of venues in the Olympic Park, but there are also events taking place in the Copacabana beach, sailing and open water swimming. Those events have had a lot of controversy around them because of the pollution in the water. There have also been events at the athletics is taking place in the Olympic Stadium, which is about a half an hour bus ride from here. The opening ceremony and the closing ceremony take place at the Maracanã Stadium, which is a very famous soccer stadium which was used to host the World Cup final when Brazil hosted the World Cup 2 years ago. And there's also another area in the area called Deodoro, which is where the rugby sevens and BMX, shooting, other events are taking place. Look over here, there's like a fan park for fans to relax. Over there is that's the basketball arena where Japan lost to the United States last night. In the background as well is the handball arena. Handball, one of those sports which comes to prominence every 4 years when the Olympics are held and then dips from view slightly, you could say. And here we are, the Olympic rings, with lots of people queuing up to have their photos taken. Another question over the Olympics was whether Brazilian people would fully embrace the Olympics. Soccer obviously is by far the biggest, most popular sport in Brazil, and it wasn't clear whether Brazilian fans would have much interest in the other sports, but they certainly seem to have taken to it. They brought their own style of supporting, their own style of watching sports. Noisy, fun, not to everyone's liking, given that many Olympic sports you have to be quiet, but it's certainly been an Olympics with a certain Brazilian character and a South American character, and I think that's the point. If you're going to hold the Olympics in a different venue, in a different city every 4 years, then there's no point in doing that unless unless that Olympics is going to bear the mark of the city that's hosting it. So there we are. There's a look at the Olympic Park, and hope you enjoy the rest of the Olympics. Thank you.